Hello guys, this is Glenn from Sydney CBD Repair Center, and today we have an iPhone 14 Pro Max with a shattered back cover and a shattered front display. Let's go fix it. So first thing we're gonna do is remove these two pentalobe screws on both sides of the lightning port. iPhone 14 still uses the lightning port. We're going to remove the display from the right side. You can see it's still on. It's throwing warnings about the battery temperature. This phone is messed up. You can see there are some warnings. You can shut this phone down, and it's got in a very bad fall, or someone just smashed it. Unfortunately, the internal components look intact. The back cover really damaged, but our focus now is to revive the front display, see if we can use the internal components with a new display. So, if we replace the display, and I think this is the factory display, the smartphone, this iPhone 14 Pro Max, will throw error messages after the fix because the display is serialized to the motherboard. So if the motherboard detects a new display has been used, it's gonna throw in an error. But the smartphone, this Apple device, will still work. You can see David is doing some adjustments on this corner where most of the damage is occurred. And we will remove some sensors from the old display because the new one that we have a brand new replacement display, doesn't have this specific part. And this is another part that can throw in an error if you replace it with a different one. So it's better that we remove it. This one is quite tricky if you are uncomfortable dealing with thin material, such as this flex cable. It's really thin. If you rip it out, then it's just going to be another part that you have to source and replace. So David here is taking extra good care, but he managed to do it. He removed it in one piece. This is our replacement display. We have tapes all over it. David just ripped out the tape, but it's no problem. It's brand new, and we will transfer the sensor to new display. These are very small screws. I can't believe how Apple can use these small screws. If you have bad eyes, if you have shaky hands, and you don't have the tools, some of them have different drivers, requires different drivers, then you might as well go to a service technician with all the necessary experience and tools to disassemble and assemble your iPhone. You can see here we have to remove one screw to remove this cover for the main board. It's like a single plate. Have to pry it up while we are turning it counterclockwise. Very tricky. If I have to disassemble a smartphone, I have to be sure that my day is free and have nothing else to do, because this is gonna take a day for me. But David is gonna do it in under an hour because he's a pro and a legend in the smartphone repair business. He's been doing this for years. And this iPhone 14 Pro Max is a very expensive flagship smartphone, albeit very old at this year. Still very capable. You can see it's now turning on. No more warning errors or warning messages about the high temperature in the battery or the motherboard. still turns on. That we will test it further. That's the error message for the new display. We can't do anything about it. That's how Apple operates, serializing all the parts. So if you replace something, it will bother you while you're using your smartphone. And I think it's gonna show up once and every time you restart. We'll put back the plate for the main board. This is like a cover and a heatsink all in one. And we'll close up the device. So if you're asking about the back cover, we will not replace the back cover. The back cover, if you replace it, it's gonna be another whole new process. So you have to remove everything that you can see here, the internal components, battery. And if you want to replace just the glass, you have to use lasers, which is kind of messy. And I'm not sure why Apple do this. Why use fragile glass? I'm not sure. I don't know the reason behind it. For wireless charging, heat dissipation, I want it plastic or something more sturdy. I'm gonna install the display now. And that's gonna be it. If you're interested in fixing your smartphone, you don't know anyone who can do it, you can visit Sydney CBD Repair Center here in the heart of Sydney. We're a small repair shop. Quality service for very, very reasonable prices. We offer warranty for all types of smartphones, and David here is an expert. He's a pro. You can trust him with your high-end flagship devices. And this is an actual repair that we do for a client, and it's gonna be okay now. We just need a phone case, and this is gonna be a working iPhone 14 Pro Max. It's quite a bit bent, but it's good. Thanks for joining, guys. Thank you for joining. We'll see you again next time. This is the before and after. There you go. Cheers.
If you want your smartphone fixed for a very reasonable price, you may contact Sydney CBD Repair Center. We also provide mail-in repair services for customers outside of Australia or Sydney. Just message us so we can arrange the shipping of your device.